Bacon on the coals.
Yes.
I've got you some water to drink.
Right.
I want you to realize something here. This is the start of real angel food cake right here.
Come on.
This is straight down from God out of heaven. God has fed this man of God with cake and water. Man, I tell you what, I love to taste that cake. I don't like cake, but that's one I like to taste.
Amen.
Elijah felt like giving up. He felt like just throwing in the towel. Some of us, we feel like giving up the fight. Stress, pressure can rob us of our willpower. Amen. You may be the only one in your family that's serving God.
Yeah.
You may feel like there's nobody else.
Yep.
You may feel like your prayers seem to go unanswered for a long time. You've cried, you prayed, you begged, you fasted, you read, you prayed, you fasted, you read. You prayed, you fasted, you read, you begged. Over and over and over, continually going to God, going to the throne, saying, God, I don't understand what's going on in my life. Why all of these things?
Come on.
Help him, Jesus.
But yet you and I have got to understand the importance of rebounding, getting back up.
Amen.
I'll use the analogy of basketball. In basketball, one of the most important skills for players to have is the ability to rebound. A rebound occurs when a shot somewhere has been missed. Somebody has got to rebound the ball. You and I can apply that to our life tonight, because somewhere down the line there was a shot missed. Somewhere down the line in our life something went wrong.
Yeah.
There's different reasons tonight that shots are missed. Amen. One can be that a player has lost their perspective. Another can be was that the opposition, somebody standing in front of them and just completely got them off track, or just caused them to have to adjust. But rebounding is the thing to do.
Amen.
You see, Elijah, even though mistreated, even though the opposition stood in front of him, even though the trials and the tribulations and everything kept coming, even though he was on his run and he was running away from what God had called him to do. And later on, God helped him to get his fight back. Number one, He allowed him to rest.
Amen.
Sleep deprivation, whether you believe it or not, it affects decision making.
Amen.
Just something that's plain. How in the world can that cause any of my problems? Sleepy subjects, people that sit around sleepy, choose to quit the task at hand. In August of 2004, there was a journal from a sleep doctor, Timothy Roars. He said 60 to 80% of patients with depression have reported a problem with sleep deprivation. Think about that. But there's something that's got to take place. And I'm going to preach here in just a moment.
Preach.
Something has to take place. Elijah, remember his experiences. Remember what happened in his life. Remember when he was on top. Remember when he was praying fire down from the sky. Remember when all of these things were taking place in his life. Remember when he slew all of the prophets of Baal. Remember when he was standing. Remember when he was up on the mountain. Remember when God was telling him, send your messenger up Amen. He told them, he said, I hear the sound of the abundance of rain. Remember the experience that Elijah had. But something's got to take place. Something happened with Elijah. Elijah went to the mountain of God. Amen. What happened on the mountain of God? That's where Moses seen the burning bush. That's where the rock was split and water poured out. That's where the law was given. That's where the 10 Commandments that were given. That's where we go when we're in trouble. When we feel like we have no hope, we go to the mountain. Why? Because the mountain is closer to God. What did Elijah do? Elijah went back to his first experience. If you and I are ever going to get to that place, if we're ever going to get our fight back, we got to go back to our first experience. We got to go back where we first found God. We got to go back to where God found us. We got to get in a place and a position to where God can use you, to where the favor of God's